So, File 5's completion is starting up today. Basically, from previously File 4, which gave me a lot more trouble than it should have. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Like, this is actually coming before the voiceover, so the voiceover might sound different, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Very short. Everything's literally concise to that one area of either just the beginning with ARI or the subway in general, which is going to be a massive thing in its own right. So I'm probably going to get lost a lot. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just start this whole thing. I know next file is going to be a long one, so if you're watching this full thing and not just like using it as each chapter, well, you got a lot of content to look forward to. But enough preambles from me. Let's just start this shit. So, File 5 is here to give us a meal. And, as stated before, I didn't think it was going to be that much. It has been... This whole thing for Chapter 5 has been one recording. I only had to go there back for 2 items I've missed. But everything in this game, or everything in this file, was, like, acquired through the first recording. And I'm very happy for that. So you get to see my dumbassery. But today we got the mechanic suit on. And it makes sense for where we're going. But if anything, we have to go to Lappy here.
Keeping up the good work, I see. There's something we need to talk about. Can you spare me an ear? Preferably 2. So, I have to confess. Oh, before that... Oh, wow! It's a perfect fit! And it really suits you. Ooh! Oh, isn't it great? It's like I'm looking at the real Lappy. Oh, speaking of... okay. Right, there's something I have to tell you. It's about Lappy. He's been me. I am Lappy. There it is. I'm sorry. I know. I should have told you earlier. You know, you are handling this a lot better than I expected. I thought you were gonna freak out, oh, it can't be. How could you, Marie? I never knew the difference. Nothing? Huh. Okay. Well, before I came to Neuron, I was a traffic officer. That's how I became Lappy. I'd put on that suit and walk around, and everyone would smile at me. Oh, best feeling ever. And everyone here always looked so tired, so... Well, I figured a visit from Lappy would get them smiling again. It went so well the first time, so I just kept doing it, and now look, Lappy's a part of the Neuron family. Which brings me to our problem. Last week, I put the suit on, fell flat on my face, and twisted my ankle. I know. And now Brenda says to give Lappy a rest. I wonder how Brenda figured out it was me. Anyway, I can't be Lappy again until my stupid leg is healed up. Meanwhile, Neuron gets gloomier and gloomier. And at this rate, the whole office will be plunged into endless darkness. We cannot let that happen. And so, in the meantime, I want you to be Lappy in my place. It is the perfect plan. Nobody knows it's me in there. Just wear it and just talk to anyone who could use a friendly smile. I'm sure they're going to love you. Okay, don't worry. Just think of all the good you'll be doing. Yes, okay, I'm getting gloomy vibes from all around the station. First of all, yes, the B2 elevators. There's gotta be people in need of a Lappy-sized pick-me-up. What are you waiting for? Go turn those frowns around so there's smiles instead.
Legit a while without any recording, but this blue case is all about, well, helping Marie with her Lappy work.
Marie, what do you... hey, Lappy. Carefree as ever, I see. Look, I kind of want to be alone now. Could you be a little less here? Huh? You want to know what's troubling me? Well, I don't know if talking about it'll help, but sure. You know, I really love animals, especially cats. But protecting cats from Redshift isn't part of the job, so I can't get clearance to do it. I gotta do something about it, but I don't want to get the sack. But then I imagine all the poor cats out there, sick and scared in some alley. It keeps me awake at night. Huh? Really? You know a place where cats can stay safe? Wow, I had no idea there was somewhere like that out in Mason Forest. You've got to take me sometime. If too many people go to see it, it'll attract too much attention. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But it's a load off my mind just knowing it's out there. Hey, hey, Lappy. Thanks a lot for listening.
This blue case is all about helping people.
I heard everything. Oh, that's one more smile we'll see around the station today. On to the next troubled soul. They're in the infirmary on level B2. This'll be the happiest place on the Ark in no time.
So I'm not gonna have any commentary for the beginning parts of this chapter until this blue case is done. So enjoy the
Oh, Marie, sorry, Lappy. I'm kinda going through some stuff right now. Can you please just let me be? Are you trying to cheer me up? I appreciate the thought. In fact, it's my partner Avery I'm all wound up about. Avery's really energetic, which is great, but well, just look at me. Not so much. I can't jump back into action right away, after a mission. Hell, I get winded just standing up for a long time. To be honest, sometimes I'm not even sure why they chose me for Neuron. But Avery won't hear any of it. I really can't keep going on like this. I've tried to tell her, but come on, you know her. I literally can't get a word in edgewise. There's no way I'll ever keep up with her. Please, Lappy, would you please tell Avery for me? Don't tell her, but, indirectly. She's probably in the break room. And thanks for doing what I can't.
Hey, Lappy! What's up? Taking a breather? Let me guess, you're here for an energy drink? Something like that? Wow, I bet it's exhausting to wear that thing all day. Your little hat. Wearing your little hat all day must be exhausting, Lappy. But Forget it. You're thirsty, yeah? Well, today I recommend a nice alkali coca. One sip and you will literally burst with energy like boom, 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 bam! I've had 3. Woo! Come on, try one and see! Oh, you didn't come here for a drink, did you? Wait, what's that, boy? There's a neuron officer lacking self-confidence, says he can't keep up with me? Oh, you're talking about Mitsuru, aren't you? Yeah, he's been even gloomier than usual since we got back from Arc Mall. Of course I noticed. But, you know, bending over backwards so he can keep up won't do us any good either. If anything, I've been overdoing it, hoping some of my energy would rub off. I guess I've been pretty hard on him. Sorry. Sorry to get kind of dark there. I get wound up pretty easily. I'll try to pace myself so I won't push Mitsuru too hard. It's an alkali coca. Hopefully it'll cheer Mitsuru up.
Hi, Marie. Dang it. I mean, hi, Lappy. So, what'd she say? What's this? Alkali cocoa? Oh, so Avery was just trying to motivate me by acting so wild all the time, huh? I never noticed that she even cared. And here I am just moping around alone. That settles it! I've got to get stronger! I won't drag Avery down anymore. But first, I need to apologize to her for the misunderstanding. In person. You know, I feel a little braver already. Thanks to you, Oof, Lappy! Oh, it was so close.
Excellent job! Oh, Mitsuru and Avery? Now that's a twofer. You know, I'm starting to think there really is a real Lappy. Okay, there's just one more officer in need of some Lappy time. They're in the training room on level B3. Now go spread some cheer.
Hey, Lappy! I feel a little braver now thanks to you. I'm gonna start drinking alkali cocoa every day until I'm downright heroic.
Don't. It's an energy drink. You're gonna crash harder than the fucking stock market. But yeah, no, we got one more thing to do for this blue case. But during that blue case, or during that part of the blue case, I will be commentating more. So please bear with me still keeping the voice acting in for this blue case, because I do love this blue case. It gives more personalization and character to the characters in this game.
What is it? Oh, it's you, Marie. Right, Lappy, yeah. I don't see you down here much. Look, I'm in the middle of training. Whatever it is, could you save it? Hey, I told you I'm training. Could you please come back later? Oh, what is it? You are extra persistent today. You want to know why I'm down here training so hard? What's it to you? Alright, look. The truth is, I need to get stronger. Akira's still unconscious after what went down at the mall. With the captain gone, that's on me. Max isn't here anymore. Well, that means while we're on the job, his kids are my responsibility. I promised him I'd take care of them. Now, I don't know if I'm strong enough to keep that promise. But now, he's gone. And I'm not any stronger. I couldn't even catch up to Jenna in the first place. Akira could. And look what I let happen. I couldn't face Max if he came back. not like this. So, I'll do anything to get stronger. And fast. I have to keep everybody safe. I can't let him down. I know I don't have the experience or the skill that he had. I figure maybe I can make up for it with sheer effort. Wait, what's that? What? You're saying you want to spar? Well, thanks for the laugh. No, but seriously, you've never lifted an X baton in your life, right? Oh, that stance. Yeah, I see. You're serious about this. Oh, okay then. But I'm warning you, I don't hold back. Not even in practice. Come on, show me what you've got.
And I really do hate that cheap shot. You have to be very ready to counteract that. But the last part of Lappy's Lament is to help Jin get stronger. And it's the only fighting part in this case, and the one time I can actually speak through this entire blue case. So yeah, basically the whole point of this is that every time you attack Jin, his mood goes up. Basically, you're trying to get his mood into 100 before your HP value goes all the way down. It's very cool and one of my favorite parts about Lappy's Lament, and it's required for a thing in post game. So get used to it. But you're just trying to do it. It's basically the one red case you did with Alan, where you're fighting him without the legions. So you're trying to fight Jin without the legions. But that first cheap shot is always the first one that gets you. And if you try to do the perfect dodges, it's not gonna work. You actually have to attack Jin. And I think oh shit, put two as well.
Wow, amazing. You can hold your own, even wearing that thing. You know, I haven't had a thrashing like that since the last time I sparred with the captain. Oh yeah, you know, I do feel a little better. Oh, I gotta say, this has been an eye-opening training session, Lappy. Thanks. I really mean it.
We get the Lappy arms.
Hi, it's me. Sounds like Neuron HQ is officially trouble-free. Now, head on back here.
Fantastic work. Oh, top-notch cheering up. Really. Even I could probably learn a thing or two about being Lappy from you. Probably. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, you're really motivated. But if you get too good at my job, where does that leave me? Oh, never mind. I definitely wasn't just imagining you as my bitterest, most heinous rival or anything like that. Oh, I got so wrapped up in spreading cheer that I forgot about all those case reports I need to alphabetize. Ugh. See you.
And with that, Lappy's Lament is done. I would have seen this more as a red case than a blue case, but that's how it is. Excuse me. But yeah, no, there's a couple more things I gotta do in this area before we go towards the ARI and talk to our twin. But yeah, Lappy's Lament is one of my favorite parts about this. But yeah. And one thing I couldn't state for a while until now was that I am actually in a brand new room. So if the voiceover sounds different or better or worse, it's because I'm in a brand new room and I haven't gotten my audio to the point where I wanted to. But I want to record these voiceovers because I'm technically done with all of getting all like the B-roll. I say B-roll, but all the like the videos I needed for the completion for this game. So yeah, I just need to sit down and do all the VOs for every file, and I'm technically done with Act 2 of this game. But that's not for now; it's for later. But other than that, Lappy's Lament, the last part of Lappy's Lament, it's gonna be a while for you to get the Lappy arms, because technically, if you don't know how to dodge the Gladius correctly, you're gonna be having a hard time with it. But if you do dodge it, you usually try to have a good sense of time of when to attack Jin, because trades do count, and if you have a decent amount of HP and Jin has very low or a very high mood, if you trade, you'll still get the Lappy arms. There's no like crazy move he can do for this game or for that case that will deny you the blue case. But if the only thing you're missing for that is Jin and you keep screwing it up, try practicing your perfect counters or your perfect dodges, because the attack that you do to him has some invisibility on your side, so you can like go through an attack and hit him for it. And if you want to increase your mood a lot more, try to do some of the motion inputs like the stinger or the 360. More of the stinger, because it's much easier to do than the 360. And since you don't have any legions with you, since you don't want to give away your identity that you're not Marie, it's much easier to keep your finger off the button and you'll fight. I don't think you're allowed to use your legion. Every time I've done it, I always keep my trigger finger off the legion button. So if you pop up your legion and it happens like Alan's challenge back in file 3, then yeah, that's just how it works. Right now I'm just doing a bunch of grabbing stuff for the case, and I will state this before we even get to the whole point of this case, is that though I got everything in this file, there's gonna be points where I'm just standing there looking at the map, because though it is the subway and though it is file 5, there are times where I just sit there looking at the map because I'm trying to figure out where stuff is. So, and through all that, I still missed 2 items. Go me. But yeah, no. That's just how I gotta do this from now on. Man, we're almost done with all the ability grinding and the strengthening of the legions and all that. It's been fun. But now with everything almost gotten, we're just going to the garage to grab one more dropped item here. We get to go to the ARI with Brenda. Also, I wanted to talk to Tabuchi about one of the things that happened in Arkwell. But yeah, just need to grab the one more item and then we can go back to Brenda and just move on with this chapter. Other than that, one of the other things I forgot about in this chapter was some pictures that I got in a later attempt of this chapter, because I was too into getting everything done in one sitting that I forgot to get a couple of pictures for the Enemypedia. But with the final item grabbed at the heliport, we go back to here. We can see that all the blue cases have been done on Neuron, and we could just move on. I also wanted to buy a couple more medicines to at least get some shit done, sell my items that I have here for the money, because money is very plentiful when you can get when you can upgrade your Legatus or your Expaton. So yeah, I also almost sold my medicine full. But yeah, get the final parts of the medicine I need and some energy spikes, because that thing is very, very useful. And then after that, we just go to ARM. Also, if you really are losing a lot of your 1-ups, AED charges are your best friend to get them back up to snuff. So, yeah. With that,
All right, let's go.
chapter 1 is done, and we can move on to chapter 2. Jesus Christ, 24 minutes into the video. Also, if you hear me like drinking a lot of water in the background, I'm sorry, but I woke up with a sore throat in a way, so just trying to not strain my voice a lot.
I'm not sure
This
how much
intro
you've been
with
told.
Brenda, every time we get to the ARI, is always here.
This
It's
is the
always
Aegis Research Institute, a testament to Dr. Calvert's
forced.
lifetime of achievement and birthplace.
for lack of a better word, but if you know what you're doing with, if you already know everything about the ARI, you could just like walk in.
The astral plane
But-
and work towards our future.
Yeah, no,
The data
basically
you
the whole
collect by
thing you can do in
feeding
ARI,
viewers
there are
goes
very few things you
directly
can do in
towards their
ARI. There's a
research.
couple of blue cases here. And a couple of items you can collect here as well. And with that done, you get to go towards
Each floor is dedicated to
file
a
5, and
different
file
research field.
5 is
This
more the
floor is where
sense
the red matter
of
specialists work. There's
grabbing
nowhere on the Ark better equipped
the
to
thing.
treat red-shifting civilians or officers injured by aberrations. You'll need special permission.
Once
to
we
go
get
beyond this
to,
point.
well,
Wait here.
Brenda trying to grab
Make yourself
our
at home.
credentials, we
Just
could
be
just move
sure
around,
not to
see if there's
step
any items to
outside.
collect. But usually you could just go around, talk to some of the people, or buy an item from the vendor 3. But I usually just walk around, and once I get back to Brenda, you just get the pass and you get to go talk to your twin. It's a little timing thing.
You'll need this.
So yeah, now that we get the pass, we can move on forward towards the rest of this case.
You'll be glad to know. Shall we? These rooms
And,
are reserved for victims
well,
of redshift and
We're getting
Chimera
close to
attacks.
the photo
Oculus
order for
is
this
one of
chapter,
them
which
right now.
technically I did in the LP, but it didn't count
I must
because it
say,
wasn't
I
through the
wish
game.
I
It was
back
through
here
me
under happier
hitting my zoom button on
circumstances.
my
Right.
Switch.
I used to work in this branch myself. Back before Dr. Calvert brought
But
me
yeah,
on.
no, this is how it's gonna
Before I
be
even
for
knew
file
what a religion
5.
was.
Everything else is just gonna be in the I almost said the
right
sewers,
here, checking
in the
charts
subway.
and
So
pushing gurneys.
if you like,
Every day,
Neuron,
a new batch of the hurt
Lapis Lament
and
is the
hopeless.
longest one here.
Eventually, I
For
realized
the air
I had
ride,
to
I
do
don't think it'll be
something more
too
to
long.
stop all that pain. Truly stop
It's just this
it, not
intro
just patch
to the
it up.
air ride, talking
Now,
to Brenda, going
I'm
towards
proud
your
to be
twin
working with
is
you
the
and Dr. Calvert to fight
longest
for
part about it.
humankind's future.
But once you get to the end of this,
I'm
you can
sorry.
go
I
fuck
didn't
around
mean
and
to
go have
on
fun.
and on about myself like that. I didn't bore you too much, did I?
For me now, yes, we did. Alright, so now that we got into Akira,
Things didn't. We've done enough for today.
you just have to, well, take a picture of him for your photo ID. Just pop in your photo, take a picture of Akira in the hospital bed, and we get the photo order for this file. Get well soon. Technically, I did it in the LP. If you saw me just like use the zoom button for my from the Switch for that, that's it. And since we're in the ARI with a bunch of red shifting people, if you come in here, you get to blue shift a lot of these red shifting civilians to normal. You get a prestige, and that's how you can get a lot of the prestige for this and level up faster. So always stop by each room and blue shift a bunch of these people. But go into this room after red shifting a couple of the, or blue shifting a couple of these people. You go to the Lappy fan here, and he'll give you a well, a blue case. And since he's a Lappy fan, you could probably guess what he wants. But yeah, he just wants a stuffed doll, stuffed Lappy doll to talk with. And well, we had to go find a doctor that had him the last time this kid was asking for it. But let's just blue shift these two people, and we get to move on forward. Nothing on for now. I love how technically you can see this and see what they're doing in the medical field though. So yeah, we go here to talk to Dr. Banfield, and he's saying that he doesn't know where the Lappy doll was, but he's saying that the Lappy doll wasn't his, it was Brenda's. And as stated before, Brenda is she pretty much likes Lappy a lot, so she will have a lot of the things for Lappy. go to this area here and we get a bandage, which is pretty cool. It's basically, I think, the bandage that Susie wears in her model. Go into like the area with the officer who's doing surveillance. You got a chest here as well. And we'll go through this door, and technically Brenda's not loaded into the into the normal area. But if you accept the quest to get a Lappy doll from Brenda, Brenda actually spawns into the ARI. So it's pretty funny. Take it and scoot. Technically, she doesn't want anyone to know that she's a crazy fan of Lappy. So don't spread any information that Brenda always takes or always collects Lappy stuff, and you'll be fine. But yeah, after grabbing the Lappy doll, we get to get back to the kid here, and we're done with this blue case. One of the 3 blue cases in this area done. Pretty easy to do. But yeah, the other 2 blue cases are the ones we've done in the LP. One with the electricity ridden floor with the chemicals, and the other one was the runaway patient, and those 2 are pretty simple to do. So yeah, it's pretty simple to do that. Also, I love the ARI a lot because during this file you get to see some of the effects and some of the people that are trapped, quote unquote trapped here for the red shifting and all that, and you just feel sorry for them that they got red shifted and are just here for the rest of their lives, not to be experimented but to be monitored of the effects, because it is the first for humankind to get red shifted, so it would make sense that they'd be monitored 24/7. But yeah, for this file, as using the LP, we just have to wear our Arm Legion, go to where the barrels of electricity are in the back, blow them up, and we are done with this blue case.
Hey, are you there?
Once we get all of the emergency again, we just have to do like 2 blue cases and we have to move on forward. But mostly if you do that blue case, you're usually gonna get the heads up of, hey, we need you at the subway because something happened. Also, I love standing right in the middle of that because it makes it funnier for them to move you out of the way and not go through you, because I expected this game to just make you invisible in those parts. The enemy just runs through you. But yeah, we got a couple more items to collect here, and we get to skedaddle off towards the heliport or the helipad to go to the subway. So I think it's just that chest and one more item to collect, and we are done with this area, and we don't have to come back to the ARI until file 11. It's kind of dumb how well, considering how long of a time you don't go to ARI, but it makes sense. Why would you go to the hospital if you're not sick? But yeah, the buried item for this file is here, or for the ARI at least is here. Go to where the heliport is. Next to the eye is the buried item for the ARI. It's a missable one, so because once you get to the heliport, or once you get to the pilot and you leave, you can never come back here again, so you have to remind yourself for that buried item and you'll be fine. And with that, we are going to the major mechanic, or the major part of this file. The outdoors part of the subway is not that long. There's 2 blue cases you can do here and 2 chests to collect. And once those 2 are done,
Looks
you
like you're
get
at
to
Harmony
move
Square.
on with the
Elisa's waiting at the
subway.
station. Get moving.
With the subway part of this file. But yeah, basically both blue cases are not that bad to do. One's easy, the other one I just cut it off way too early. But yeah, once you get here, you can just get all the red matter and you don't even have to go down there. But the first blue case here is this officer asking us to, well, talk to the owner of this drone because they don't want any photography of what's going on. And it makes sense that the police would try to hinder down some of the stuff here. But since it's not a public drone, we can't destroy them. And how this usually goes, you're trying to follow the line of the drone to the person, and if you saw it, it goes technically to this person, this onlooker. You can talk to them all about it. It's just a normal communicator, but yeah, you get to see the line connecting it to the thing there. But if you try to follow the line back, which is what I did, you see it going to this person. Technically, how I always do this is that I just cut the line, because if you want to stop this case immediately, as soon as you start it, grab your Sword Legion, cut the line, and it'll go down. But if you try to find the person, you don't destroy the private property, and you'll be fine. So yeah, it's a very simple case. If you don't want to go through the hassle of trying to find the owner through the lines, just cut it. You're gonna be fine. The second blue case is this one right here, where we're trying to find the owner of a burglared purse. When the explosion happened, there's gonna be some people who are gonna take advantage of it, and this lady here got her purse snatched, and we're trying to find the owner, or the pickpocketer, and she gives us two of the words for us to use to find that person. And the funny thing is that these attribute to our word count for this file. Also, if you saw, the pickpocketing victim had a normal face, quote unquote, like a detailed face, while the rest of the onlookers are just not as detailed as the normal player one. So it's very funny to see and kind of jarring, but you just have to like walk around, talk to a couple people that have the same thing of headphones and a jacket. Yeah, big headphones and like a mask. I've done this case so many times that I know who it is, but we have to go walk around, talk to a couple more people with this fitting the same description. And well, we get a call from the officer, and we have to, and we get actually another note for us to guarantee who it is. They talk to themselves in a hushed voice, in a small voice. So now you get to well, eavesdrop, and the shady guy, surprise, surprise, is the owner of the purse. So basically, you can walk up to them and hold them accountable. If you get to the wrong person, you'll lose prestige, and you'll get like a technically worse rank in the blue case, but it's a blue case, don't worry about it. You are not losing that much. But yeah, with that done, we get the purse back for the lady, and we get to move on with file 5. It's that simple, just 2 chests, 2 blue cases to do, and we get to move on to the giant labyrinth that is the subway. And with that, chapter 3 is technically done. That preamble, that part before we go to the subway, is chapter 3. It's dumb. But yeah, now we're down here. This little area here, if you have a Legion with Burst Call, it makes going through this picket a lot easier, and you don't lose any prestige, because if you Legion jump towards it, you'll most likely lose prestige, which is kind of dumb.
Punctuality, that's what I like
But yeah.
to see. You know what we're getting into.
Alright, so now that we're here, we get to go grab a couple more of the red matter and chest as well. Also being up here, you'll see me try to loop around for a non-existent item. Because reading the map made it funnier to see that I was missing a chest where I technically get it later on in the file. But yeah, whole point here is just that there's only one chest on this area, and a vendor 3 we can just grab shit from. But we just have to carry on forward. Now you get to see me look around for a non-existent chest. A completionist's worst nightmare is themselves because they second guess all the stuff they see. So yeah, we get to move on forward down through those stairs, and we get to progress through this chapter. And a lot of the chests are obscure and dark. And the gas mask is still given to us, and you can still put it on, which I do put. And the only other thing I have in this chapter on our player character is the comms device in our ear, which technically you need it if you're looking down and you don't have any visuals. But yeah, as soon as you get down here and get the gas mask, you cannot go back up, so you're gonna miss that one chest. This was the other chest I was thinking of, where you have to change them towards it. And there it is. That was the one I was thinking it was upstairs, but it's there. Also, another funny thing is that you can try to get up, which you will get up eventually, which is dumb, and you can change jump back to where you were before. And there are a couple more chests you can collect in this area as well. And you try to combine your search of the civilians in this file with the progression of getting chests in each area, because each time you try to go to a brand new area, you will not forget, but you will be locked out of some ways to get the chest that you're missing. So before like rescuing the final survivor or civilian in the subway, try to remind yourself, have I gotten every chest for this section? And if you haven't, try looking around until the marker tells you you cannot move on anymore. Also, one other thing in this area, if I remember correctly, it's in a different part. Never mind. Is this one here. This is another Hermit's Lair, or Hermit's Hideaway, where if you walk through it, you see a lot of people gearing up to fight, and, well, this is one of the red cases you can miss in this area, the secret hideout. And usually it's a simple file. You just have to come in here to defeat all the hermits here, and usually try to keep yourself with the points of unscathed, because usually if that's what you're missing for this case for an S+, it's usually because you took damage. So if you want to guarantee at least getting an S+ in this case, just try to get unscathed and you'll be fine. Blue shield helps a lot tremendously with that. Howling as well. And later on in the game, later on in the game, you can get a move for the Armed Legion called Gravity Storm, and that also helps tremendously in this case because it groups all the enemies together. You can howl them, and then you could just do your spin cycle. But with that, those two chests have been gotten from the Hermit's Lair, and we can move on with this. I'm trying to find the people, but I will state, and I've said this before, I will get lost, and I will be opening up the map a lot to find the chest for this, because, well, though I love this file and how short it can be, it is kind of annoying to go through each of the individual subway lines to see where we're going. And though I don't think I've done this, but there is a tremendous guide I probably should have put in the first episodes of completing this game, but I use I've been using a guide from GameFAQs that someone wrote that has every single collectible numbered on the map that the game gives you, where each checkmark is, and it's really good to use that in this file. Like legitimately in this file, it's really good to see and use because you get to see where everything is and where you're missing them. And since you're going through each part of the subway, like part by part, you have to go there. But yeah, going down here again, I'm trying to see if I missed any other chest, because though they give like a faint yellow glow for a chest you've that is like in the map, if they're far away from you, you can't see them, which is kind of funny. But I saw a chest that was missing and trying to collect it. Also, technically, if you got that one chest up above from the chain jump, you'll be not let down here, and you can just walk around. Basically, I was just thinking of another chest I was missing, and this was the second time I have missed a chest, thought I missed a chest from just reading the map wrong. But yeah, we go here and we go around to the other side, and we get to be told by Alicia that we can't go that way. Man, we have to go down and find the other civilian that has been stuck down here. But this is what I was thinking of. This was the train I thought I could get with the Axe Legion. Pop it there to open up that area, and you can chain jump towards it. And you'll be able to grab a I don't know, what would you call that, like a red crater? I don't know if the game gives it a name, but basically you see that, and you go towards a gate opening that is on this station platform. And we get another Astral investigation red case to do. And these ones are not that bad. Most of the Astral investigations in this file, that is not the one with the beast nemesis. It's a simple arena, but this arena is very cool because it has the 2 floors. But yeah, it's a very normal thing. You get, I think 4 speedsters coming up to defeat, and they're very easy to knock down and to Zangetsu to restore your HP. And they die very fast, so you just try to get your combo up for sync attacks and stuff like that. And I think we should be getting a next enemy coming up soon, which is right now. A brand new enemy for us. Pygmalion. A more enhanced version of the speedster enemies we've been fighting. So another humanoid. And he is just as fast as the normal Electricon. Also, apparently I did not get his picture, but you can see him going back and forth. He's very hard to grasp. But if you want to stop him, just hit him once and then prog up your blue shield. Howl is your best friend against these types of enemies, and well, we go back to the spin cycle. Prog down a crash bomb to do immense damage on the Pygmalion. And it's just the same. Rinse and repeat, lather and bathe. It's very funny. But since Crash Bomb respawns so fast, even if you don't have a quick cooldown, you can just keep popping them down as you do a spin cycle. Very easy to take down, and we are, well, done with the Astral investigation.
Iris, shut down.
S+, and we get to move on. Also, down here, there should be a another chest here. And this is the one chest I was thinking that I missed. So yeah, the only way to get through here is through opening the subway door through, well, the Axe Legion door. And don't forget this chest on the way here, because if you do miss that chest, you're blind like me. But yeah, there shouldn't be any more chests to grab, any more drop items to collect, so just move on forward towards the actual case progression, and we'll be fine. And if anything, if you go to that woman there, you get to see that the laser pod generator is there.
Display.
And if you have a legion with call burst, it instantly opens up the doors so you can like walk in and just destroy the laser pod. And I've never taken a picture of the laser pod generator because this is the first time it has showed up. Still, come in here, bust it down, and we get to see the shaken woman here to take her towards the rescue crew upstairs. God, I am speaking a mouthful. But yeah, this part is very funny. And since I did my call burst on the Legion, it forced me to get rid of my me grabbing the lady here because it hit the electricity barrels, the stun barrels, I like to call them. So if you don't want to be taken out from carrying the civilian, use your Legion that doesn't have call burst because it will mess you up. But since you walk up here, the enemies will despawn, will not attack you anymore, and you get to take her back towards the people here. And I also see the red matter I have missed in front of the train station, or in front of the train. You think you'd be able to collect them if you're above, but no, just walk forward, leave her off, and then Alicia will tell you that you've collected everyone, or you've rescued everyone for this segment of the subway, and you can move on towards a different part of the subway. But I went back downstairs, see if I missed anything. And I think I missed like one or two things on here, but I went back. Anytime you usually see a way to move on, see if you can not move on theoretically, but see if you can open up new areas in the same area to grab stuff. But yeah, since we're here, we cannot open any more doors, meaning we have to chain jump across the gap towards the new area. So yeah, as I said, the subway, though I love it, it's very hard to navigate, especially with the map, or even if you have the map and your iris on, because some things are not as highlighted as they should technically be. But go across, and we get to the second part of the search and rescue. Very cool, very fun. And if anything, there's still more chests to collect, so let's just collect them. But one of the few that are here that I missed in the LP that are nearby to the officers. And I'm just, if you ever see me pause slightly, expect me to be looking at the guide for this, because as said, though this was my one time I got everything, mostly everything on my first attempt, I really did not want to do this file, or this chapter in particular, over and over and over for like 1 or 2 items, because this thing, or this area, is spacious. So try to remind yourself that if you're here, you're going to be here for a while trying to collect everything. Also, if you think you can like walk through the lasers with the Axe Legion, either in full defense mode or in the shield, it destroys it. So you have to actually destroy the laser pod, or the laser generator, before walking through the laser pods. That the chest here is very easy to grab. You need to grab it before or after the red case. But just go to the Dazed Man and you'll start the red case that was in the chapter where we first get shown to these gel enemies. And it is kind of cool. just take a picture of those two, and we get to move on with the completion, the S plus of this. It's the same song and dance for every fight. Well, Howl and Spin Charge, or Spin Cycle. If anything, by this point, I didn't have the one move I wanted for my Arrow Legion. So I still kept doing the slower way of doing this to knock out enemies. And this case is very simple to do. Just don't get hit, defeat all the enemies fast, get a couple sync attacks in if you can, and you'll get an S plus. But yeah, get the person up and walk them towards the second, the second search and rescue HQ, as I like to call it. I think it's just a search and rescue hub. Let's say it in the OP though. If you don't want to fight the people, you can just walk by and he'll just despawn. With that person out of the way, we get to move on forward, and we get to see Alicia in her little predicament of the Beast Legions, or the two Beast Chimera. God, I always love seeing that. I love just seeing those two enemies run into each other. But I'm still trying to figure out where the laser pod is, which, if anything, is just down. Go down here, and we get to go see the laser pod. And, well, the laser pod is fun. There you go, destroy it. But yeah, as soon as you defeat the laser pod, you remember that one chest is up there. You go back up the subway line to grab that one chest. And this is what I mean by it's going to be annoying to see that. Grab this chest here. And, well, so just a small leaky battery. Excuse me. And you just have to keep going down. And again, I'm here trying to see if I caught everything so far in my collection. It is very funny though to see myself do this multiple times. And I think I recorded myself doing an outro. Yeah, like an outro with everything collected, so you don't have to see some stuff missing and me lying to you guys that we have collected everything. So if I didn't, hey, you get to scream at me in the comments. So that's how it's gonna work. Also, the more time you take trying to get to Alicia, she has different dialogue, which is kind of cool. I don't know when it gets to the point where she not when she becomes like desperate, but when she becomes demanding of where the hell are you? Why have you not like gotten to me at this point? Also, if you saw that split second, or not the split second, this frame, I'm trying to find a cat, which apparently I am blind like a pirate, where I haven't seen it yet. And I do go back trying to find that cat that I'm like, oh wait, I missed the cat. Where was it? I'm here with you guys, seeing myself going through the recording. You can see it in my peripheral, and I've actually saw it normally as well. And that is my realization of the cat. I said to myself, what the hell was that? And yeah, no, that's where the cat is. Also, another thing I missed that I always forget in this chapter is the toilet in the background. I always miss that toilet in the background. I have no idea why. It's always a constant with me that I keep forgetting that toilet. But grab that one item here, go to the toilet here, and we have gotten the tutorial for File 5. Subway schedule. The Arc Public Railway. Remind yourself of that name because it will be brought up later, as much as you don't want to remember it. But yeah. I'm still trying to find the buried item and other shit. And I think I look at the map again. Yeah, I look at the map again now, trying to find the cat, because I keep saying to myself that I missed the cat. And then I fucking pieced it together that I passed the cat. So I'm on my way back to grab the cat. I am very lost in this section. File 5 is one of my favorites to just go through my first attempt because it's very short. But after a while, you will remind yourself that you made a complete circle. There we go. Getting the cat, rescuing the cat for this chapter, or this file, and we get to move on. Yep. All looks good to me. Well, moving on forward towards Alicia's predicament. Skipping the progression area again because the Beast Legion is very good at trying to find your way. But yeah, going down towards here to grab a dropped item that I think was the earrings when we first got it in our our playthrough. Go through that door here, and we go down here towards a another collectible. Also, the Armed Legion got stuck in the subway. They just wanted a train ride home. Go down towards some more red matter to collect as well. And that's not until later. Another area up here we can grab. And if we go to the door, we get to see where one of the other buried items is. It would make sense how I would miss this one in my first recording of this because I didn't technically see the door opening, but red matter I collected and ran back, so. Open that, and we get to move on with the, well, the two Beast Chimeras and have fun with Alicia. This in its own sense is its own, its own red case as well. So, just defeat these Chimeras in record time, just beat them up, take their lunch money. And you'll be able to get an S+ on this, very simple. More enemies coming up as well, that would be the small versions of the normal Beast Chimeras. And those are fun to fight as well. And if you haven't gotten the Enemypedia page for both of these enemies, this is technically, I think, your last chance of grabbing it, because after going up the stairs, you will be finding the Beast Nemesis, and I don't remember if he has the small ones that you can take a picture of. But after that red case, you can talk to Alicia, and instead of going towards her, you can walk backwards to collect a couple things that are still here for us to collect. And, well, yeah. Grab this chest here, and I think we should be getting the, I know that's in a different part, never mind. We just go in here to grab a couple more of the red mana that we have missed. And I think the final drop item for this segment here. And we could just move on forward. It's that simple. I'm trying to think that I know for me, at this point, I was thinking, am I missing the slime for this area? But no, and I think I saw that I was missing a chest in this area, and you cannot go back in that subway as soon as you help Alicia, so you're technically stuck here. I saw where the buried item was, so at this point I told myself I can't get the buried item, so I was just gonna move on forward. It is over there, and you can't get down there unless you go through that subway cart. So yeah, that's just how it's gonna work. Told myself I was gonna grab this in the second recording. It sucked, but I just have to keep moving forward. Go up these steps, and we get to go on towards Alicia. Just don't forget this one chest on the other side of the stairs. Also, you get to see the beast icon for the dig spot light up a lot. It's pretty funny. But yeah, just move on, me. You know you already screwed up, just move on. Backseating yourself is funny. There we go again, reading more of the things I'm missing. Yep, there we go. That's where I'm pointing it out to myself that I missed the buried item there. Well, at least I figured it out at that time. So yeah, we get to move on forward towards with Alicia, and we get to finish this. I think this is chapter 3, or chapter 4 technically. Because once we get to chapter 5, it is the part where the subway is up in flames. So yeah, go up the escalators, and if anything, Alicia's already near the top of the escalators.
Call it a motherly instinct.
It's funny.
Aw, you didn't hear
As soon as you
that,
get close
did
to
you?
her, she'll just start
Never
walking
mind.
on her own too.
Not like your old man ever picked up on it either.
And
Let's just say
the funniest thing about this is
everything
that,
doesn't always work out the way you think it will.
well, if you remember back in case or file 4, the
Around here, huh? Wait, this one?
the cutscene you could skip with Jin. This one you can't skip, and this is the one with Alicia. It is
Oh.
very funny, but kind of dumb. But once I get to this part here, I opened up my map, I think before going up the stairs to see if an item is here, but as soon as you go up here towards this flame section,
Running away again? You wanna play tag? Fine, you're it.
you get to see some of the other items that we are missing. And most of the dropped items and items in general that we miss in this case are, well, in broken areas of the subway. So if you think you're missing anything within the case of like dropped items or chests, check any of the any of the newly broken parts. And this dropped item here, you get to see it right there, and this is one of the few you can actually miss if you're not looking for it. Just shoot the pipe and we get Iris Vote Code A. Some of the collectibles in this game are also different voices for our Iris, and at this point I don't know if they're based on it, but
No chance of losing this damn thing.
they're all like Iris code voice, like A, B, C, D, and stuff like that. And though I will bring it up in Act 3 because I will be switching my Iris's voice during those parts, but they're based on the characters of this game, and I don't know if the code name that they have are based on the voice actor's actual name and not their like game name, or like the character's name. But I'm trying to find a case here, or no, not a case, like a chest. So I went through the fire with the Axe Legion, found nothing in this corner, and was thoroughly disappointed. But technically you don't have to go through this fire for this chest. You can just walk around the fire to grab it. And if you walk down here, you get to grab another chest, and this is the fire that you have to walk through with the Axe Legion for a case. Go through this this wall of fire here, and we get to see another enemy show up that's not in an astral plane. A shield enemy called the Dryad. And I forgot this is one of the few enemies that just fight you outside the astral plane. The Dryad is one of the few shield enemies in this game that, well, doesn't shield the enemies. It usually just fights you head on, which is very cool. So it has more HP than the normal shield enemies. It's so easy to take out, mind you, but it's very cool, and it's like a different variation of it. You get to see 2 more Dryads. And, well, blowing them up is funny. But yeah, just try to take both of these out at the same time, and we'll be fine. Power charge it up, and we get to go with our spin cycle again. And we're done. Just defeat the 3 Dryads in time with sick attacks and all that, and you'll be getting an S+. Just remind yourself that it is behind a wall of fire to grab it, especially with another chest on the line. So, we got a helmet. I love it. But yeah, with that out of the way, and that case done, we get to go back back upstairs. We get to move on, fight, or trying to go after the Deimos, the good old elemental type enemy. And that is like the one enemy I forgot to take a picture of when I was fighting it in the case, because I went to not gung-ho, but went more auto lock on and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm here trying to read the map again. And there we go, I opened it. And that is the way towards it, and there is a backwards way towards it. But I said, screw it, we're gonna be going on forward towards the progression of it. And then I read the map correctly and went backwards. Instead of you going towards where the Deimos is, you go backwards. Once you go towards the middle of this room and try to go back, or not go back, once you get this item here in the subway train, once you exit it, you'll be saying hello to our brand new friend. The golden slime is in this section. And this is during the point where I saw that this yellow piece of pineapple goo is not immune to it, but it doesn't take that much damage from not sync attacks, from like Legion skill, so the sword. He was almost gone, by the way, so I got him just in time. But yeah, walk forward towards the Deimos fight, and we get to move on, or not move on, progress with the story and fight the Deimos.
Looks like I won't be of much use from here on.
The Deimos fight technically is a combination of a ranged fight, so you have to fight it normally with your Arrow Legion. So try to combine it with your with like your Arrow Legion and do the sync attacks with the blaster with the Arrow Legion. Once it gets rid of its fire coating, you get to go in and stun it and do damage with the Beast and Axe Legion to increase your damage for it. Doing Stinger is very fun to decrease the range that you and your close range fighters can do. Once it goes on fire again, you cannot physically touch it unless you have anti-fire, and that's like a way to mitigate the fire mechanic that the Deimos has. Is if you have anti-fire, it makes not this fight a cakewalk or a joke, but it makes it bearable for you to do damage, but do remind yourself that each time you go towards that fire, you don't get stunned, but you do take damage. So remind yourself that if you take too much damage, you will be neutering your chances of getting an S+. So remind yourself about that. Triple fire is good. Anytime he does that fire spin attack, he's almost out of fire, almost out of gas to do anything. And well, fire pillars come up, and he's now stunned, where we can go in with our Axe Legion and finish the job. Drop it down, circle it, and we are done. Case is done, S+ gotten. And technically this is the end of chapter 5 towards chapter 6. Ground Zero beaten. Also, I'm trying to walk around here trying to grab any more like red matter I missed with the Axe Legion, because you'll collect them when you're walking with the Legion like in your repertoire. But yeah, defeating the Deimos gets us dragged into the gate with the Beast Legion, and this is where we're at for chapter 6. It is very funny. And we get to fight the Beast Nemesis for our Beast Legion.
Great. You're still with us. Sorry.
After the howl, I always try to do a power charge to do damage on the Beast Nemesis. The more damage you do on the Beast Nemesis, the faster the fight will go. And these small fry are just mostly good for yeah, they're like mostly good for your health refill. So if you're getting low on HP, do a Zangetsu on those enemies and you'll go back to normal HP. Also, that goddamn Secret Attack got demolished because I couldn't do the Sync Attack on the Beast Nemesis because he interrupted it. Now the Beast Nemesis goes away and we have to go back to either fighting at long range, or you could just shoot these shock absorbers. Also, that still worked, by the way, where I shot it with the Arm Legion at it, picked it up, and it's still technically through and do damage. It is dumb. This game is dumb. But if it works, it works. Don't complain. But yeah, no, these things do a decent amount of damage on the Beast Legion. You just have to aim it correctly at him. And once he goes back to the center, almost back to normal, back to the center of the screen, you can still chuck these things at him and you'll be able to fight. But you're almost done with the fight if he gets back to the middle. Prog him off. Go in with another howl and another power charge. Just reset his stun timer. And we get to almost finish this fight. I think I got like a couple more hits on him. Yep. Beast Legion has been acquired again, and that is the end for this red case. And now that we're in the Astral Plane, we got a couple more chests to collect in this area before we have to move on. Excuse me. But yeah, no, everything has been collected. There are a couple like red matter you can collect here as well when you're fighting the Beast Legion to keep your limiter up. And limiter expert means that you did not lose your Legion throughout the fight. So try to remind yourself that there are some red matter you can collect, which is what I'm trying to do right now with the Beast Legion. Alright, we also get the tutorial again for running the Beast Legion. So we just have to go up the ramp. But yeah, a couple more chests in this area, I think. I don't know how many are left. But I love riding the Beast Legion a lot. But there are some times where it's not circular movement, but it's too finicky and you get too stuck on it. But yeah, walk across this disappearing ones, and we'll be getting close towards our first couple of items we can collect here. There's an elevator here we can go up that brings us up with a couple more red matter, and we change up across toward a chest we can miss. It's technically above the area where we can fight the beast nemesis, and technically we can go back across here towards the buggy vendor 3, and we can still change up across, and we don't have to deal with any of the disappearing platforms. I do find it funny that I barely survived the disappearing platform because I dodge roll. You don't have enough you don't have like enough time to do that. Also, I love that the odd, like the surround sound that this game has, where you can hear like if you're, depending on which side you are and which ear is pointing the, or not pointing, going towards the thing, you have to do that. I fell down for a reason because there's another chest near the arena of the beast nemesis, so don't forget that one, because it's gonna be one that most people will probably forget because you have to keep running forward from here downward. But yeah, just keep on moving forward. I went back up the elevator because I wanted to change up again, thinking I forgot another one here. But no, just keep going forward. And back on the elevator we go. And if you saw, there was a good old Axe Legion wall we can blow up. Blow it up, and we get another chest behind there, which is very easy to grab. And at this point during the Astral Plane section, I'm reading each each individual chest where they would be. Also, you barely have enough clearance to do a dash jump. Basically, now I'm trying to go off the elevator to that section there, but instead of doing that, I try to go the dumb way. Get the red matter, and we have to technically go off the elevator here towards the back. More red matter to collect, and a chest we can grab. You can chain jump there normally if you saw the little pillar, but it's much easier for you to just go down, like, or go behind the elevator. Going back on the elevator again, we have to go rise up, and there are a couple more chests we are missing. Go across the thing, but apparently chain jumping is dumb. But you know, we're supposed to wrap around that pillar to get to another chest that has stuff for us. And it is kind of funny how chain jumping works in this game. And I also missed it for the second time. There you go. Grab the red matter, grab the chest here, and we can move on. 3 chests in like a so conglomerated area. You have to remind yourself that they're on separate areas. Reading the next one, it was that you walk forward from here towards that area. You can fall down to it. Either you could chain jump or just dash jump it. We got another item here to collect, and we have to go across these 2 sets of invisible platforms. Just if you can't get there normally, you usually have to jump across them, because it's not like Mario where you can run across small gaps. Just jump across. You'll be fine. As soon as you get to this, you're done. And before you hit any of the bumpers or any of the buttons to get an elevator out of here, there's a chest there. So Remind yourself to grab that. Activating the elevator to go down, and we can progress onwards with the case. And if anything, I don't think we're done trying to grab everything. We get to this point here, we get to fight the speedster enemies again, which is very funny. But you can just avoid them. Also, I thought this enemy was one I didn't grab before. A simple stun here. And since I didn't get the shield enemy, it shielded the speedster enemy, so I had to shoot it down again. It's a very simple thing to do with shooting it. Also, since they don't attack until I think they're done with their movement, it's very easy to get a couple more pot shots on the shield enemy before you're forced to deal with the speedster. Oh yeah, we are done with this speedster, and I think I went back towards a second, not a second chest, but like try to find another chest I missed. I went back down here, seeing if this elevator takes me back up to an item I missed, but yeah. I went back here to see if I was missing any more chests. And then I saw that I didn't miss any so far, so we could just progress on forwards with the area. This section with the spraying platforms and the things shooting at you, it's very dumb, and I got very lucky that I didn't fall down the spraying platform that I got on the very end part of the disappearing frames for it to get reactivated. But yeah, that's another chest you can technically miss. It is as soon as you're done with the the running section, you can get that. But I think it was one I already got, and I was just like making it more of a mountain out of a molehill. But go down these steps, and there is the actual way of collecting it. Just go across, and you'll be fine. Much more easier than trying to chain jump towards it, like mid-fall. But we get more of the winged enemies, and very simple fodder to fight. Also very cool that I missed, or that I avoided the sonic booms. So I'll get to one of them, and we'll be fine, and we just have to deal with this winged enemy, and then we get to move on forward. Because I think it's like one more area, like one more secluded area before we have to deal with the end of this chapter with Jenna. Back again, reading the guide. And also we get to go back with good old Hal. But I was trying to read where the thing is. There it is. I knew there was something I was missing. Just go down here, hit the block, and if you ever fall down here, you get to have a way to get back up, but a way to grab another chest. So if you ever fall down here and you see that button, you know that as soon as you hit the button to knock down the elevator, there's a chest just a chain jumps away. Going back up now, and technically we could just run across this, but just use your Beast Legion or just chain jump out of there. Either way, you don't have to worry about the disappearing platforms. And if anything, now we have to go deal with Hal. And this section of disappearing platforms and the platforms trying to move you out of the way. Just wait until one of them goes toward a different area. Or like a different area. An area of where you can just avoid them normally. Once they hit their segment to go back in the other direction, right to your Beast Legion, makes it a lot easier than just timing it. And once we get to Hal, we are missing a couple more items here as well.
Hey!
Gotta love every time you could just... You get closer to Hal, you could just miss him.
So hey, what
But yeah, as stated before though, there are a couple items you can collect during this segment of trying to find Hal's items again that he lost. Especially with the Beast Legion tracking. But yeah, there's just a chest there. It's just right there, right next to Hal. Another of the ones that I technically forgot because I never went there. And now we get to help out Hal. Also, how to do this case technically with the red case. It's all about speed, but
Let's have the beat.
yeah, it's all about speed technically, but also like the fight at the end where you don't have to take that much damage and defeat all of them fast. Organic battery collected, and during that time I was reading the guide again to see one item I was missing, which is why my camera is sporadically moving around. It was a dropped item I missed. Go back down the stairs and technically look up. Also pay attention to your footing because you're gonna fall. But yeah, go through here and you get to see that item in the background. Shoot normally, you'll miss it. If you shoot it normally, you'll miss it. Shoot it fully charged and you'll grab it. It's very funny that it has like a range for a normal shot. But yeah, give the beast its tracking. I was also again reading where the other chest will be in. And as soon as you collect this item and walk towards the elevator, you have to fight. And this fight, it's not very simple, but technically you can do it as fast as you can. The enemy with the I got the Beast Legion. The enemy that puts itself down after shielding is another enemy we haven't gotten in our Collectopedia yet. But yeah, prog up the blue shield because I was trying to get the unscathed bonus, and just do the same thing. Spin cycle away. But yeah, honestly, on this point, we're almost done with this chapter. We've gotten almost everything that this chapter can acquire for us. So it's been a blast trying to grab all the items again. But yeah, round 2 coming in. It's basically more of the same enemy. Another digging shielder and a speedster. So very easy to beat. Also, I ran out of my blue shield, so I started panicking for a bit, trying to grab the Axe Legion to defend me. Grab that one, grab it down, and we are near the end here. I think I technically got hit, and I missed that chain as well. So yeah, panicking starting ensuing, and then didn't get the unscathed. But by the end of this, I still got the S+. There you go. The arrows came down and simple S+. As I said, I started panicking by the time my blue shield went out, so that's why it took a little longer than expected. Grabbing the red matter that are just stuck to this crystal, and we get to go towards the elevator and give Hal all the items he is missing. Technically, you cannot move forward until you give Hal the items for his drone, so you're forced to do it.
Reboot complete. Feels great to be back on.
onward towards the end of this file. And well, we get more to the introduction of these pillars that are these split pillars that you need to combine them. They're not that bad when the game going on, and later on they do become a bit annoying. But these split pillars are not that bad to deal with. You just have to bring them towards the middle pillar. The middle, like, normal pillar. More red matter to collect here as well. As you saw, we already got the red matter removal achievement. And this section with the disappearing platforms again, with the blocks. This one's not as bad. But these blocks do become annoying because mostly on a pattern. Once this thing goes in, you have to go in the middle. And if you're trying to collect 100% of the red matter, you have to go out of your way to collect those without falling down the platform. Even this one. You better have enough clearance though clearance to jump across. But that's all. Go up the ladder go up the elevator, and we have to get our first introduction, or more introduction to these blocks to move them out of the way. But we're almost at the end of this file. Technically, 2 more chests to be collected. One of them is easy to collect. The other one is kind of stupid. Not that I missed it on my first attempt, or not my first time when I played the game, but it's out of its way. This one you just have to move the block out of the way so you can grab it, and you can run back towards the area. And just still reading the guide again to get our next one. Chest here to grab as well. Very simple to pick up. If you're looking at it and not blind like me, you can grab it. Another chest here by just going into the alcove before talking with Jenna. And we're only missing, I think, one more buried item, which technically is missable. But if you're like me trying to grab everything, like every red matter, it's
coming from
here. But once we get to this section where we get to meet Jenna and talk about her ideals and stuff like that.
Some parting advice.
Shit, she's getting away. Come on.
You prog up your Beast Legion, and well, there's a chest here that technically you could miss if you don't explore where Jenna is. Also, apparently, the chest is to be technically on screen for you to pick it up. And there's a buried item here as well, which is kind of funny. I'm still trying to find it, by the way. But that should be 96. I almost ran back towards the alcove, but right there. That is a buried item. I said, technically missable because if you follow Jenna, you won't be able to grab it again. So remind yourself that is a buried item and a chest behind her, or behind you. Go through the portal here, and we get to the end of the chapter where we have to fight 2 proto-legions. Their fight with them for the S+ is not that hard, not that bad, so you can do it on your first or second attempt. And I think just the fight with the proto-legions in general is its own chapter, chapter 7. Chapter 7. So just try to fight them, and you'll be fine. And well, it's very, very fun. They still get stunned by normal means, so stun grenades are good old how. Also, one of the major gripes or major things that in this game or the LP is that my stinger input has not been working. I tried to figure out why that has been the case, and I saw a bit of like a drift issue where it doesn't read the top right corner for a full 360. But other than that, it was very dumb that I can't get the 360 to work. All is up, and we get to at least try to put the Beast Legion in a scenario where I can get both of them. Beast or the Portal Legion should be almost down now. Just a couple. Well, now we're running. Not a couple more cycles. Just one more explosion that's done. And we are almost done with this red case for the final chapter of File 5. Also, you can't. I don't think you can like. Yeah, you can't get to them. So you just have to beat them up until they're gone. But with that, everything for File 5 has been done. The Portal Legion fight's pretty simple. Just don't take too much time. And with that, File 5 has been completed. Everything has been collected. As you can see, the one thing I was missing for this file was the buried item. But yeah, everything has been collected. I'm gonna just leave this in. Well, 9 red cases done, 7 blue cases done. We are done with everything this file has to offer, and all the completion has been shown. Next time on Astral Chain, we're going to be going through File 6, one of the longest chapters in the game, or one of the longest files in the game. And it is going to be a fun time to, well, just do. So, thank you all for joining me today. Hopefully you guys will enjoy File 6 and how long that's going to be, because that's going to be roughly 2 hours of footage, almost 3 hours. So, thank you all for joining me today, and hope you all have a wonderful day.